All right, welcome to the Filthy Kitchen. I am chilly. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm always cold, it seems. Anyway, very hungry. Gonna have me a sandwich. So, cracky Allego, the old cackleberries. One. I'll tell you something else. This breakfast sandwich I make with the 3 eggs and 2 slices of bologna and whatnot. The truth is, this sandwich is better, tastes better with 2 eggs. But I make it with 3 eggs because although it tastes better with 2, I need the protein, I need the calories, I need the nutrients. So I toss an extra egg in there. And what I give up in flavor, I make up for in, calories and whatnot. So I'm willing to make that trade. Yeah, sure. In life, the truth is you can't just go with what is most delicious or else you'll be eating, Fruit Loops all day, whatever it is you like. I know Fruit Loops aren't the most delicious thing in the world, but it came to mind and, point is you have to sacrifice. You have to master your stomach. Don't give the stomach what it wants. The stomach wants, or the tongue, or the brain, it wants junk. Sugar is the most addictive substance known to man. I mean, it was. There's probably more addictive drugs right now, but I don't think so. Calories, it's all about calories. Humans have been on the brink of starvation for hundreds of thousands of years, probably millions and millions of years. And free calories, cheap calories, are like, the golden fleece, or I don't know where the pepper is. Free calories, cheap, easy calories is like winning the lottery when you're a caveman. So that's humanity in a nutshell. The pepper has disappeared. Maybe an elf came in the night and ran off with the pepper, but anyway, if I go looking around for the, oh my God, look at this. Here is the pepper. Hiding in plain sight. Hiding in plain sight. Actually, I've often heard that Clark Kent, Superman versus Clark Kent, his disguise, a pair of glasses. A lot of people go, oh, that's terrible. That would never work. You put on a pair of glasses, nobody recognizes them. But the truth is, hiding in plain sight. Superman and Clark Kent, that was based on a real person. I can't remember what his name was, but there was a silent film star who wore glasses. I'm thinking Larson, but I can't remember. Anyway, the guy had these trademark round Harry Potter style glasses. And he was a silent film star who was extremely popular. If he went out in public with these glasses on, he would be swarmed. People wanted his autograph, they wanted to be near him, they, recognized him instantly. But if he didn't wear his glasses, he could walk out in public and nobody'd know who he was. And speaking of silent film stars, there's a story about, who was that guy? Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin, apparently the same thing. He'd get the fake mustache and the hat and the outfit, and he'd wander around, and, you know, everybody recognized him. But if he cleaned himself up and put on a different suit and went out in public, apparently he wasn't recognized all that much either. In fact, there's a story, I don't know if it's an apocryphal story or if it's a true story, but he entered a Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest, and I believe he came in 4th place. He may have come in 3rd place, but something tells me it was 4th place. I don't know if that story is true, but it leads credence to the old idea that, you know, Superman actually could hide in plain sight. He puts on the glasses, he changes his posture, changes his hairstyle, changes his demeanor, takes away his confidence, and he can walk around, nobody notices him. You know, that's probably true. A lot of these, you know, gurus for confidence and success or whatever, they tell you to fake it till you make it. You know, dress the part. There's a saying, big hat, no cattle. You know, there's a lot of people who act rich and pretend they're rich or whatnot. They get the respect of a rich man, but apparently most millionaires are just average guys who dress normally and drive normal cars and go out in public, and nobody knows that secretly, or privately I should say, because I don't think they're really being secretive, more they're just being private about their personal matters. You know, they're the millionaire next door type thing, hiding in plain sight, you know. And a lot of these people who dress flashy and act flashy and whatnot and walk confident and cocky and stuff, a lot of these people are what they call big hat, no cattle. It's all show. They look rich, but obviously if you waste all your money like that, if you live high on the hog, it's very difficult to hang on to your wealth. You know, money is very hard to earn. It takes a lot of scrimping, saving, and sacrificing for most people. Sure, some people get lucky and find an easy way, and some people inherit or whatever, but it's very easy to lose, especially if you are wasteful. And yeah, it all boils down to the same idea. You know, when I had a lot of money, it took me forever. It took me 18 hard years to scrimp, save, and sacrifice to make a nice chunk of money that I thought was going to last forever. And, you know, in 4 short years, 18 extremely difficult years, 4 short years, it was all gone. But what did I learn during that time? Well, I learned how to live cheaply. I learned how to sacrifice. I learned how to suffer and endure. Sure, it's a lot easier to suffer being poor when you're not really poor. You're just sacrificing and saving and putting your money aside. You're living poor. It's a lot easier to live poor when you do have the money and you're socking it away for a better life and, you know, for the future than it is when you truly are poor and you have nothing. And because of all those years of scrimp, save, and sacrifice and whatnot, I lived fairly poor. I always knew in the back of my mind that I had the money, so that gave me some solace. But now that the money's gone, I can still live cheaply and scrimp, save, and sacrifice. The only difference is I don't have the nest egg anymore. So I did learn how to do that. I did learn how to live cheaply. I did learn how to, you know, be in want. And the difference is I just didn't succumb to temptation. And a lot of these big hat, no cattle guys or girls, that's what they do. They make it, they waste it, and they end up with nothing. I ended up with nothing, but, you know, that was more bad luck than anything else. I mean, you know, I don't want to sound like a victim or anything, but the truth is sometimes people have bad luck. You know, you can't say, oh, I've had bad luck. Everybody, oh, you're just being a victim. No, some people actually do have bad luck. Some people are not victims, but they are more victims of circumstance than, you know. Anyway, that's all I got to say about Superman and the glasses and this, that, and the other thing. So I know this video is kind of all over the place, but food for thought, you know, something to think about. The reality. Point is, the character of Clark Kent really being Superman, and how can nobody realize that the guy is Superman when all he did was put on a pair of glasses? Well, that's not all he did, really. I mean, he changed his posture, he changed his demeanor, he changed a lot. And of course, nobody would expect that this guy is Superman. And, you know, I've heard of stars, movie stars or whatever, that would go out in public and ride public transportation and stuff, and people would just assume that, oh, obviously this can't be the guy because he's riding the bus. And, you know, they'll say things like, oh, you look just like blah, blah, blah. And, oh yeah, I hear that all the time. Well, that's because that's who they are, and people just assume, you know, they wouldn't assume that Superman is hanging out in an office, you know, writing reports. They would assume that, you know, Superman is off in a castle somewhere being cool and being, you know, a superhero. So they don't notice the meek and mild guy hanging around, you know, doing his thing in the office. Anyway, that's about it for now. So till next time, who loves your baby? This guy, don't forget it. Remember, you're somebody's favorite person in this world, probably mine. So till next time, love you and goodbye. And yeah, later on, maybe we'll make another video. Take care.